Hello and welcome back to What Do You Got? Where we talk about not just the stats, but the fun shit. Today, we got a little preview for this week coming up. A lot of potential upsets alert on a lot of teams on upset alert. Sorry, a lot of new uniform combos coming out this week, and the college football playoff rankings came out. So we'll get into all that in a sec. But we're gonna start. We're gonna start right now with the uniforms of the week. So the first one, I don't know if you guys see it right here.
I'm on it.
Marshall gave us some helmets. That was it. But I heavily like the M that they got going on.
I like the M so much, I really wish it was on both sides. The
Yeah,
number, they're meh. And also, why did they pick 75 to show off the it's not a good number. I need a 7 up there, like a 2. Or a 47 for Bear Brockmeyer. You never know, right?
So it's in the caption. It says hashtag for the 75. I'm wondering if that has something to do with.
Oh, clearly means something.
Yeah, maybe I don't think it would be the area code. Maybe it's 75 years. I don't know what it is exactly.
Oh my God, has it been 75? Is that for the 75? You know the movie We Are Marshall? Is that what it's for?
Was it that long ago?
No, but weren't there 75?
That's 1950, brother.
Yeah, I think that's too
That's
far.
like leather helmets and all that shit.
No, but but isn't that weren't there 75 brothers and sons of Marshall?
Maybe you might be onto something, Jay.
That's a hell of a movie. How many?
This might be a clip. We might have to redo this segment if this is a clip right here. Nah, no one cares about Marshall that much.
People died in the Marshall. That's fire. I need plane clash. Yeah, I was right. Let's fucking go. I take back what I said. Everything I've ever said. 75.
That was awesome. Good call out, Jay. Good call out, man.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna retract my statement. 75 is the perfect number to put on that helmet.
All right. On to uniform 2. Boston College. They got the 4 Wells uniforms that they started repping last year. And another one we probably should have looked up what the meaning is.
100%.
So, I have it. Wells Crowther, a BC alum and a 9/11 hero. So they call it the Red Bandana Game.
Clap it up, dude.
Shout out for Wells. This one's for Wells and the 75 right here. We're shouting them out. Rest in peace to all of them. And shout out Wells Crowther, man. I mean, he's looking down on Boston College at 1-8, probably wishing they were a little bit better. But they almost beat Michigan State. You know?
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, right? Personally, think these are ugly as hell, like the meaning, but the uniforms.
Nah.
I disagree with you completely.
Yeah, I don't know. They might do this normally, but for some reason I love the logo above the number. I just think that looks clean right there.
That does look clean.
That is clean.
I do have a problem with these jerseys. I wish when the whole the numbers used to be the 4 Wells bandana looking as well. They stopped doing that, and I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I wish it was all out the whole jersey.
Yeah. It's an interesting look. It's hard to rep the Boston College helmets, man. I mean, pretty dull, if you ask me.
It's iconic, though. You got to keep them.
Yeah, you can't really change it. It's like off-brand Notre Dame. See, that is the color of Notre Dame's pants. Right there.
God. Here we go again.
We'll get to them later.
That would match them. All right. Then, this is probably my third favorite. Oregon in their big matchup against Iowa. They got the white wings going this week. I love it. I like that it matches the jersey.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, those are clean. And the collar's clean. You added some green in there.
Yeah, right? And then the yellow outline on the green numbers. I completely forgot how to use words right there.
So you want my hot take?
Always.
Oregon's uniforms have drastically improved over the last 10 years. Maybe the most improved uniforms in college football. I know everyone loved them back in the day. The numbers were throwing me off. They were really small back in the day. They went to the block letters, but still added the same swag. The only change I would make is throwing the wings back on the shoulders as well. But I have heard rumors that those were sticky. So it was actually a disadvantage for them. Teams would like grab them and their gloves would stick when they're trying to tackle them. And they would go down easier.
Yeah, I mean, they looked good, but anything to win, so.
Anything to win. We'll see if Oregon can do that. We'll get into that game later, too. Oregon, though, love them. Now, our M-Town heroes are blacking out this week, boys. These are number one.
Yeah, these are clean.
Any uniforms with the all black and then blue just shades it so well. You got the whitish gray outline on the numbers. The tiger stripes on the shoulders. The M with the tiger on the helmet. I think they did it great.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It looks great. I just have a question about the picture. Is that an O lineman wearing a visor or a D lineman?
Anything for
there's
the
an
drip,
outline
man.
on the visor.
I thought you were going to ask about the books, to be honest, when you were asking about the picture. Because I'm all for the O lineman dripping out for the photo shoot, but he's in a damn library.
Yeah.
Can I say something I want to get off my chest? I would love to see like one of these uniform reveals, right? And they drop it, and like the background is just them watching film on the other team. Like I just think for some reason that photo shoot would just go so hard. Like we got the jerseys on and we're watching film on you. Like I don't know why. For some reason the library made me think of film, but I think that would be an awesome photo shoot.
Especially with the blackout uniforms in the dark room while you
Yup.
got the projector going.
Yup.
I would be scared to be Tulane going into this week.
Yeah, I think that look alright.
That would be great.
But
And then our final ones, your boys at Liberty, Jay. Helmet, I mean, top tier logo going on up there.
Yeah.
We got a freaking bald eagle carrying an American flag at Liberty. That is the United States summed up in a helmet right there.
God bless America. That's all I gotta say.
God bless America.
God fucking bless America.
The logo is sick, but what's with the navy and then like light blue? outline?
They've been adding light blue. They just like developed it.
I just
But
don't
give me
like
some-
the combo.
Give me some red. If you're going to have a bald eagle carrying an American flag, give me some red on that Navy jersey.
Yeah, and the bald eagle's also wearing a red vest, so I agree. Like it should be red.
That
The
would
logo's
complement it.
That look good. I think it look really good.
But yeah, we got some good uniforms coming out this week. I don't know if those top the Washington blackouts.
Those ones are gonna be real
Memphis-
tough to top.
Those are tough to top, but I think Memphis gives them a run for their money because those things are sick. Maybe get a better production guy so that we're not taking these photos in a library. But, the college football playoff rankings came out this Tuesday, boys. What is one team that you just simply disagree with their ranking or that you absolutely love their ranking?
I think the fact that Tennessee. Oh damn, we spoke at the same time.
That was awful timing. Go ahead, Jay.
You got it, Baldo.
All right. I'm gonna go with Iowa because AP hasn't ranked them all year, and all of a sudden we're sitting there and we're thinking they're not gonna get ranked because they're going through 23, 22, and all of a sudden at 20 they drop them. So I love that. I think their loss looks really good to Indiana. Then they lost to their rivals, so it's another good loss. What I think the committee's doing this year for some reason is they're valuing really good losses, which is a debate if a loss, because a loss is still a loss. but if it looks good. So that's probably the team I like the most, that they just put them at 20, and the AP had no regard for them.
The team I disagreed with the most was Tennessee. I don't understand who they have beaten or what they have done that makes you think they belong in the AP pool. I do understand that they have 3 losses, and all 3 of those losses are to to really good football teams, but like they haven't beaten anyone. They don't have a quality win yet. Like they don't have a quality win yet. And so I just don't quite understand how they're ranked when they haven't won a single game. And that's my take. They haven't won a single big game. I'm sorry. They don't have a big win yet, but yet they're a top 25 team in the country. That's the one I disagree with the most.
And their most dominant win is against Kentucky, where they won by 21, but they still gave up 35 to Kentucky, you know? Other than that, it's close game to Arkansas, overtime game against Mississippi State. Like, they haven't been close in any of them. They're living off that close Georgia game early on in the year. So, yeah. When it comes to Iowa, to be honest, I don't get how they're ahead of Michigan. I know it's one spot. It's not a huge deal. But Michigan, in my opinion, has better losses, considering they lost to the number 19 team and the number 12 team. Whereas Iowa lost to unranked Iowa State. You know, where it's like you're looking there, and it's like they're kind of looking at a common opponent of Wisconsin, I guess. Iowa beat the hell out of them, and Michigan let them hang around. But it is what it is. It's on-field play, so it's one spot. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. The most interesting ranking to me is the Big 12 in general, to be honest. Because they are telling you right to your face that they evaluate the Big 12 as significantly better than the ACC right now. They have 3 Big 12 teams ranked over every single ACC team right now. That's nuts, including a Utah team that got their shit blown out by Texas Tech.
Yeah, and it's weird because the ACC has more teams in the college football top 25 than the Big 12 does. So why? Why? It doesn't make sense. I agree with you. It doesn't make it's ludicrous. It's my new favorite word. Ludicrous. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, Virginia's the highest ranked team. Do we really think, like, eye test wise, if you're looking at Virginia, do you think they're that good? Their big win. Who was their big win where they stormed the field again? Why am I forgetting?
Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State.
Well, they also beat Louisville, who's one spot below.
True. So that's why you can't rank Louisville ahead of them.
Who beat Miami, who beat Notre Dame. So I think the ACC is a little disrespected.
Well, they're just beating up on each other.
Georgia Tech is one loss still. And
BYU still hasn't lost. That might change this week. We'll see. But so that's the thing about BYU, why they're top 10, and Tech people probably still think is the best Big 12 team. My surprising ranking out of the Big 12 was definitely Utah though at 13. I feel like that's high. No,
that's high.
Yeah,
that's high because they got killed by Texas Tech. Now here's the thing though, even if BYU loses to Texas Tech this week, they're not going to jump an ACC team over them because Utah's in front of the ACC and BYU beat Utah. So no matter what, there's still going to be, and if BYU wins, Texas Tech beat Utah, so they're not going to have that. They're not going to have Utah jump Texas Tech. So now you're still going to have 3 Big 12 teams over the ACC. It's pretty nuts.
I think what the committee is saying is it's very likely that we're going to see it too. There's a real chance you could see 2 Big 12 teams make the playoffs. I think that's what the committee said by this, and ACC is I think only getting 1.
I think you're right. Now that Clemson and Miami are out, they're not valuing the name at all. Mm-mm. So they're going. To be honest, I think the committee cooked because in a real world, nobody's going to agree with everything. But I don't know if in my entire life there's been rankings that come out where less people have been upset with the rankings because the AP has been shitting the bed the entire year and everyone's been clowning them for it. And the committee comes out and you don't really hear much. There's nothing going on. The biggest debate is like Miami being behind Notre Dame by 8 spots, but Miami's been playing like shit. Like it is a different season, the second half of the season than week 1. So I agree with what happened, and I hate Notre Dame. But they're looking at what's going on, and they're also valuing who they actually think would win a game. Clearly, by having Texas still at 11 over every ACC team, when they have one more loss, with Oklahoma over every ACC team when they have one more loss than all of them, and with Utah being ahead of every ACC team when they have one more loss than them. They're taking the power rankings into account. I love what they're doing.
Well, I heard they have like this new thing called like strength of record, where it's basically like it values how good of your losses are, like how good your wins are, which I think is playing like a big factor in it. They're basically like not penalizing teams if you like they're not penalizing teams for playing competition. Like Georgia Tech, I think kind of pointed that out. Played no one, loses one game. They were number 8, now they're down at 17. I know they maybe the college football playoff didn't have them at 8, but either way, they just tanked them like 9 spots because they have nothing on their resume. So I think they're rewarding teams for playing comp.
I have a follow-up question for both of you, going off exactly what Baldwin just said. With Texas's upcoming schedule and where the committee sees them now as the first team out, right? Do you believe that Texas, with 3 losses, could find a way in if they beat Georgia or Texas A&M?
I think it would have to go, because I saw Josh Bay talk about this, which I completely agree with, that you would have to beat Georgia. You'd have to beat Georgia, because then all of a sudden, what? You're in the top 10. And then all of a sudden you lose a close one to A&M.
It definitely wouldn't hurt if A&M was still undefeated.
Yeah, which they easily could be. They got Mizzou this week, but so I think that scenario that could happen. I think Oklahoma might be cooked because if they lose to Bama, like them beating LSU, and I think their other team might be Mizzou too. That I don't know.
No, I think Oklahoma has to win out.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think they need BYU to beat Texas Tech. Because if Texas Tech beats BYU and they both go into the Big 12 ship with one loss, I think both of them are in regardless. And I think that screws over Texas. Because the reason I think Texas would get in, there's 4 SEC teams in the top 6 right now. They would have to be the 5th SEC team in there. So that would mean there can only be one Big 12, one ACC. Because then you have the at-large Notre Dame. And then you have the at-large non-conference or non-Power 5, and then you have 3 Big 10 teams. So they probably need a few things to go their way. Because I think Texas will jump Oregon if Oregon loses to Iowa this week, but then if Oregon beats USC and then beats Washington, I think Oregon would jump Texas again if Texas had 3 losses, you know? So I think more than likely if they are 9-3, I think there's a good chance they get in. I think the odds are in their favor, but they still do need a few things to go their way.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a crazy question, but what if there's only 2 Big Ten teams? A lot would have to happen, but I feel like that's totally possible.
It's definitely possible. It's just you need Iowa to beat. You need Iowa to beat Oregon. And then USC to beat Oregon, maybe, and then Oregon to beat Washington. I don't really know.
It'd be a lot of chaos.
That'd be a weird scenario that Dave Portnoy would not like at all.
That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be
real confusing, but it would be a lot of fun. Would be fun.
I think Oregon's going to be all right, man. I mean, a lot of people are questioning their schedule, but it's not like they're playing top 10 teams. Like, they're playing teams in the 20 to 25 ranking right now. Like, they're going to be favored in all of them. That doesn't mean they're going to win, but I think Oregon's still pretty damn good. But they haven't necessarily proven it on the field yet, so I don't hate their ranking at all.
No, I think it's fair.
All right, well, we got a few underdogs this week. Guys, I think there could be some upsets. This week. There's a lot of interesting lines going on right now. What is one upset that you guys are calling right now?
I'll go first because I definitely have the wildest one. I think Cal is going to beat Louisville this weekend. I think Cal's going to get it done. Wow. I think the true freshman, JKS, and Jacob the Jesus, his favorite target, are going to have a big game. I'll be honest. If you watch Cal play, outside of DeJesus, they really don't have that much talent on the outside. Their running back, he's okay. Their offensive line is decent, but the star player is definitely DeJesus and their quarterback, JKS. Right? I think JKS, the very, very talented true freshman, is going to have himself a fantastic game and a statement win in his early career, and he's going to present himself as the truth going forward. So I like Cal. They're, if my memory serves me correct, they're 18.5 point dogs currently. I think they're gonna win that game outright. I definitely think they're gonna cover, but I think they're gonna win the game outright.
That's a crazy poll, Jay. 18.5 point underdog. That I hope you call it. That'd be
Can
crazy.
you imagine that we have all this chaos brewing in the ACC, and then Cal comes in there with a true freshman quarterback, Lil Tua, and just fucks everything up?
Would be crazy, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be crazy?
Would be
Doesn't
crazy,
it sound
man.
like something the true freshman would do? Doesn't it
That's
sound?
something that would that kind of sounds like
sounds like a
a
story.
few years ago, if I recall, a guy by the name of Jaden Daniels at Arizona State, true freshman, Oregon 1 win away from the playoffs. Not anymore.
I buy
Jaden
Justin
Daniels and
Herbert.
Brandon Ayuk. How was ASU in 2020
Because Daniels was a
barely bowl
freshman.
eligible? They had Brandon Ayuk, they had N'Keal Harry, they had Jaden Daniels, they had Rashad White, and they couldn't make a bowl game. That team is so good, and they did nothing in college. And then you have a Heisman winner, you have a top 6 paid receiver in the league. Rashad White used to be a starter, but he's kind of a bum now. And then you got N'Keal Harry, who was a first-round pick at receiver, who was a total bust, but they couldn't do anything.
Coaching.
And they were cheating. And they got caught for cheating. They got caught for paying their players before NIL. And so their coach got canned, and they still couldn't win games.
I don't know,
Rough.
man.
That's terrible, man. Terrible.
Yeah.
All right, Baldwin, what's your upset?
I gotta go with Iowa. I mean, the over/under's 42.5. It's so respecting a low-scoring game, and I feel like in the low-scoring game, even if Oregon is the better team, almost like anything can happen. It's at Iowa, which everyone knows that's a tough place to play. I just, for some reason, got the gut feeling they're going to get it done. And I'm actually going to do 2. I'll spend no time on this because this game doesn't really matter for anything. But give me UConn over Duke. Duke just had a big win last week. UConn.
No, it means a lot. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter at all because Duke can lose this game and still win the ACC. So, but hell yeah, I love that. I love that.
Duke's in it, so I guess it does matter. But yeah, UConn. That's the second one.
God, dude, I don't want a 4-loss Duke team in the ACC shit, man.
I think that would be awesome. I want them to win the ACC.
Then we got a 4-loss team in the playoff.
Hey, man, Joey Fagano, he's been playing like a top 10 quarterback, actually, in college football right now. I don't know if you guys have peeped those stats. He's got like 2 picks all year. He's got like 20-plus touchdowns. He's kind of balling.
Baller, shot caller.
That's pretty nuts. Well, where I'm going to go, guys, we're going to get some top 5 chaos this week. Mizzou's taking down Texas A&M at home. No Bo Prib. No Bo problem. Matt Zollers, true freshman magic. We just talked about it, Jay. Who's going to fuck it up? It's going to be a true freshman. And we're going to make the SEC race a whole lot more interesting this week. We know it's hard to beat Mizzou at home. Bama barely did it. Bo Prib hasn't been playing great even when Mizzou was winning. Zollers came in there and started slinging the rock around. 6.5 points. Kind of surprised me with a third-string quarterback in the game. They trust that young stud, dude. He was a top 6, I think he was a 6th ranked quarterback recruit out of his class. Mizzou got him. Eli Drinkowitz could be his final star-studded poll as a recruiter at Mizzou. But I think they're going to do it. It's a tough place to play at home, man. And Marcel Reed takes a few interceptions out of that guy. He throws a few. He turns the ball over a few too many times sometimes. Don't do it in the wrong moment, Marcel, or you better watch out for Matt Zollers and Ahmad Hardy.
Drink did say the future is now. That was what he said in his interview about Matt Zollers.
Hey,
The future is now, and Bo Prib is finally coming home to Wisconsin next year. And we're gonna go 6-6 instead of 2-10, and it's gonna be great.
Could be awesome.
Everything's coming to fruition. Well, we got another interesting line. We got Georgia -9.5 against Mississippi State at Mississippi State. Is there any chance Mississippi State could pull this off?
I think there's a universe where they could. I love Mississippi State spread. Georgia just can't seem to put anyone away this year. Mississippi State, that's a tough place to play when they're good. And this year, I don't know if they're good, but they have that upset against Arizona State. They almost beat Texas. Like, I think there's hope. There's hope in Starksville. So I think it will happen? No. Do I think it's going to be a close game? Yes. Could it happen? Yes. Would I be completely shocked? No.
I mean, you never know at State because they have illegal noisemakers, so we need to ban that first of all. But
Oh my gosh. Oh, tell me you go to Ole Miss without telling me you go to Ole Miss. Oh.
that is illegal. It's all right though. Mississippi State's played teams close all year. Georgia hasn't blown anyone out all year, so what's telling you is it's going to be a close game. But for some reason, State just got their first SEC win in a couple of years, I think. So for some reason, I feel like Georgia's just going to whoop them. Like Georgia's going to come out and show people that they could whoop them. But that none of that's telling you that it's not going to be a close game based on the past.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Walker's going, so you know they're going to be in it, but they're not going to win. It's just how it's going to go. He's going to be standing there again. It might go to OT. This one's probably not going to go to overtime. But Mississippi State's been right there, man. I mean, they're close. And I saw something that was like, I saw a Mississippi State fan page that was saying Levy should be fired. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
dude?
that's absurd.
You were the worst program in football last year. You already doubled your wins through 5 games of the season. You've been at every single SEC game that you've played this year. You just haven't been able to pull through. But that was ridiculous. Yeah, man, I don't know about that. But then we'll go over to the Big 12, and quite frankly, the biggest matchup of the year in all of college football. When Bear Bachmeier goes over to Texas Tech. They banned the tortillas, guys. Before you make your predictions, Texas Tech has banned tortillas from entering the stadium. If that changes your pick.
Nope. Nope. Early in the week, I was like, man, I think BYU might go in there,
No.
I'm like, 10.5 point spread. That's so light. BYU's ranked ahead of them. Give me BYU. And then I'm scrolling through Instagram today, and I see that students of Texas Tech have been camping out for game day since last week, since last Saturday when it was announced. And then the players will come after practice, and they'll come hang out. There's videos of Brendan Morton playing NCAA with students waiting in line for game day. Give me Texas Tech and give me the points. Red Raiders, let's go.
How are we feeling about Texas Tech? I officially have to stop doubting Bear Bachmeier. So I think it's going to be a tight one. But Vegas is telling everyone it's not going to be with the 10.5 point spread, which I think is a little crazy. Texas Tech by roll, though, based off what Vegas is telling me, but not what Bear Bachmeier is telling me. Bear Bachmeier is telling me he doesn't lose by that much. So I'm going to go with a close game, but pick Tech to win. I feel like that's still not down Bear Bachmeier with the 10.5 point spread. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think when it's come to these close games with big spreads, the favored team has just ran through everybody. It seems like you had ASU as 7-8 point underdogs against Utah. Utah beat the hell out of them. You had Utah's 10-point favorites against Cincy this past week. Cincy beat the hell out, or Utah beat the hell out of them. Like, they've kind of been on it. So I'm gonna go Texas Tech to win and to cover. Hate to say it, man. I hate to, but I have to. Iowa versus Oregon. Let's get more in depth on this. All right. I I think Oregon is going to beat the brakes off of them.
I would 100% agree.
If Oregon
Nope.
loses this game, I will do the turn a penny into a car challenge. Okay? Where I have to start with a penny and somehow end up with a freaking car. All right? That's happening if Iowa wins this game because that's not happening. Oregon is going to prove this. The worst thing that could have happened to Iowa is Oregon being ranked where they are in the initial playoff ranking. Because now you got coked up Dan Lanning freaking out in the locker room like, you see that shit? You see that shit? And then they're doubting you right now? Nah, that's not happening. Oregon's going to beat the brakes off of them. I'm going Oregon by 20.
I literally was going to say almost like verbatim the same exact thing. Like, I know Dan Lanning is using that shit as motivation. He's like, these motherfuckers had you top 5, and now all of a sudden you lose one game, and now we're gonna disrespect. Like, we're gonna go walk in here, we're gonna beat a top 25 team. We're gonna beat the pants off them, and they're gonna force the committee to show them some respect. Give me Oregon by 25.
You guys are forgetting this is Iowa football. They play defense. They are just producing another top 10 defense, college football, like they do every year. Their offense, some people, they're still like, I think 130th in passing yards. So, like passing yards per game. So their offense is still pretty bad. Top like 30, I think, in rushing. Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to Iowa's defense. If Oregon's actually just going to be that much better than them up front, and Iowa just gets proved wrong. But I'm taking Iowa. I don't know. Something about it. 2:30 game. Got CBS. It used to be the SEC. Now we got Big Ten. It's probably one of the better 2:30 CBS has had all year. I think Kinnick Stadium's going to be rocking. Give me the Hawkeyes.
Agree to disagree, Baldwin.
Bro, literally Rutgers put up 30 on Iowa, dog. Like, and
Their defense is still good.
20 of those were in the first half. Freaking Rutgers. Yeah, they didn't give up anything to Wisconsin, but that doesn't.
That's not impressive.
Minnesota either, right?
And they gave up 24 to Penn State with their shitty offense and their backup quarterback at home.
I think Oregon's going to.
And 20 to Indiana. Who's done that all year?
That was Indiana's first test of the year, though. Oregon's battle tested now that since they lost to Indiana, and they're fired up.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I guess it was the first test. It was a look-ahead week for Oregon. I'll give you that. But they still have a good defense, I would say. There's a reason it's supposed to be raining. It's part of the over-under at 42.5. But there's a reason it's also at 42.5 that low. Because I think they trust in Iowa's defense.
I wouldn't be shocked if Oregon puts up 42.
That could easily happen. Like Iowa
I'm taking the over and Oregon to the points. I don't care.
Love it.
Hawkeyes, man. What happens if Iowa does win? What are the implications, though? You guys don't think that's going to happen?
Waste our time talking about that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about that if that fairy tale comes true, Baldwin.
It's not a fairy tale, man.
If the slipper fits, if Cinderella's slipper fits, we'll talk about it.
All right. We'll see you next week then.
All right, Alabama's only 9.5-point favorites against LSU, too, which is kind of interesting. First game after you fire your coach tends to go in that team's direction. So, what if LSU just puts up some stats?
Kind of like the Iowa game. Not too worried about it. I'm a huge believer in what Kalen DeBoer is doing over there. I love Ty Simpson. I understand that LSU is a very talented football team and, hasn't quite gone their way this year, but I love Alabama to take care of business in this game. This isn't a game I would bet on personally. If I had to choose, which I guess I have to, I would take Alabama to cover the spread. I wouldn't bet more than $1 on it. But I do think Alabama's going to win the football game, but I think LSU could keep close. But I don't think it's going to be I think Alabama's still going to win by at least a touchdown.
Normally, Brian Kelly, I think people are pretty happy about that there, about the firing, just based off everything that's come out. So normally you think that fires up a team, which I think it will. I think it will fire up a team. My only problem with the whole thing is, does that randomly make Garrett Nussmeier healthy? Like, he's looked injured all year. I don't expect him just to randomly be healthy. Um, Maybe they did fire the OC too, so maybe the OC was an issue, and it wasn't Garrett Nussmeier, but for some reason I doubt that. Um, yeah, give me Bama to win and cover.
I'm probably with you guys. I think it'll be a closer game, though. I think LSU could possibly cover. But, all right, we'll finish off. Are you guys ready for Wake Forest to shake up the college football playoff rankings?
Tom. I'm a fan of their QB over there.
Robbie Ashford's been trying to touch the field at about 17 schools for about 15 years now. And he's got his chance to fuck some shit up this week. 6.5-point dogs at Virginia. It's tough to play a dual threat QB, man. It's tough, and Virginia's due, dude. They're not that good. They are due for a bad loss, just as Georgia Tech was last week. I wanted to do Mizzou as my upset pick, but Wake Forest will be winning this game. It might be ugly, but they're winning this game.
Yeah, I agree. The reason why I didn't pick them as my first upset was because we were all going to talk about the game, so I was like, I didn't want to talk about it twice. I was like, I also do think Cal is going to win, so I'll take them. But no, I think the ACC is getting exposed. I think the committee was right about the ACC. It's not that good. I think Louisville and Virginia fall this week. Give me Wake Forest. Give me Robbie Ashford. Give me the money line. Don't even need the points. Don't even want to think about them. Give me Wake Forest to win the football game.
Yeah, I got no clue what's going to happen in this game. All I know is Vegas does not think Virginia's legit. Neither does the committee, like Jay said. So I think it could be a tight game. Go either way. Like Tom said, Robbie Ashford. Who would have thought Robbie Ashford could shake things up? It's pretty wild.
It's pretty fun.
We'll see.
It is fun. I got one more game I want to talk about. You boys will be in attendance for the Memphis Tulane game tomorrow night. Let me hear your guys' takes on who you got winning the game for y'all. We talked about a little bit last week. I'm going to touch on a little bit more this week. Or I guess this episode. That's the one for M-Town.
I don't know what
The
Tulane
M-Town
does.
Heroes, man, they got too much on the line. We lost Baldwin again.
We totally did,
I
yeah.
can hear you. Fuck.
I noticed that too. He has moved. It is the M-Town Heroes.
We're not going to get
Heroes.
to trivia. I got trivia for you. This can be done for one person.
Okay.
So it's only 3 questions, but there's a few teams you got to list. All right, so the first one. Last season, Wisconsin broke a 22-season bowl streak, the 3rd largest at the time. Give me the 5 teams with the current longest bowl streak. You can go one by one, and I'll tell you if it's right or not.
All right. I'm trying to think. I'm going to start off with Rutgers.
Yeah, to be fucking with me, right?
What? Dude, they were in a
Could
bowl.
not have been a real guess.
Dude, they were in a bowl 2 years ago. I'm tweaking.
Bro, Rutgers was the shit show of college football for 10 years when we were growing up.
Yeah, aren't we talking about teams who didn't make the bowl?
No!
Oh. I was like...
Teams that have made a bowl every single year.
Oh, I thought I was confused by the question. I was like, damn, it's been 22 years since Wisconsin last had a bowl game? I know they were bad, but I thought they at least made a bowl game when they had, Monte Ball and shit like that, Jonathan Taylor, but...
Wisconsin made 22 straight bowl games until last year.
Makes way more sense. That's a tough start. All right, I'm going to start with Alabama then.
Alabama's has the 3rd longest.
3rd longest. I'm going to go Ohio State.
Ohio State is tied for 5th.
Ah, shit.
So there's actually 6 teams.
I think my program's haven't really gone on a lull. Ooh, you know who's one that's currently going on a lull? But I'm going to go Clemson.
Clemson the 4. They might end it this year.
They might. I don't like it, but I have to know. I don't like it, but I'm going to go Georgia.
Georgia on the 1.
Okay.
28 years.
Okay. Yeah. I knew that. Like, that makes sense.
2 more for the sweep.
Well, I guess Rutgers. All right, I have a question. Because I think, is there a group of 5 team on this list? No? Okay. All right. It's a power 4. Kind of thought. I'm trying to think. Thinking SEC. I'm trying to think of. Oh, Notre Dame. No. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm trying to. I'm trying to think. No, not LSU. Doesn't seem right. I was trying to think of historically good programs. Like, obviously, one that comes to mind is Florida State, but they had 1 win last year, so it's not them. Michigan, but I feel like they've gone through a period of lulls before. Now I'm just trying to think of a team that maybe not great, but consistently can win more than 6 games. You know, I feel like there's one of those teams on the list where we're not great every year, but we're gonna battle for a bowl game.
There might be one team like that that's tied for 5th.
I feel like that team would be in the Big Ten. Just a Big Ten kind of vibe I'm getting from them. Is it Iowa?
Iowa tied for 5th with Ohio State.
That's insane. Wow. All right, so there's one more I need then, right? All right, I'm thinking maybe Tennessee, but Lane Kiffin crippled them when he left, so I don't think it's Lane Kiffin. I don't think it's USC. I mean, not USC. I don't think it's Tennessee or USC, really. I'm trying to think who else. It was decent programs. I know Michigan. I don't think it is. I don't think it's LSU. Because I know they went over some lull periods there before getting Kelly and after Ogeron. But I feel like, again, it could be LSU. It's pretty talented. So that's a program of winning. Another one I really like is Oklahoma. But the only thing I can't remember is in year 1 of Brent Venables did they make a playoff game. I mean, not a playoff game, a bowl game, obviously. I'm not sure. I think they did. So I'm going to go Oklahoma.
Oklahoma in the 2. Dang, good stuff. Good stuff. We'll go on to the second question. Another team listing question. During the 4-team playoff era, 7 different teams made the playoffs only 1 time.
Washington.
Can you give me the teams?
Washington, Cincinnati. Washington made it twice?
Washington went with Jake Browning and Myles Gaskin, played Alabama round of 1 back in 2018.
So Cincinnati. Florida State was in the first one and they didn't make
Florida
one after.
State.
Dude, God, is this... I'm going to go LSU. I think they only went the year they won the net. Yeah,
LSU?
okay, LSU.
Dude, you're going in order right now of how I wrote these.
Really?
Yeah, those are the first 3, like, in order.
Well, Cincinnati, that one's so easy to remember. Cincinnati, LSU. I'm trying to think. Who else? Because, like, obviously, you gotta eliminate teams who have multiple titles. Like, Bama. They're gone. Ohio State, they're gone. No, jeez. No! Dude, no! Oh my God. Because I know Miles Boykin was so good at Texas Christian, and they were good. But did they get in? That's the question I can't remember. And I feel like they got hosed, and I don't think they ever got back to that level until Max Duggan came in. Give me TCU.
Bang! They got hosed for that Ohio State team that won it all with Cardell Jones.
Yeah, so I guess they can't really say they got hosed, but that's 4 of them, right? So I need 3 more. God, I don't know why my brain wants to say Stanford. They suck. Just for some reason, Stanford's jumping around the brain. Trying to think of, like, ACC. I mean, there's one year Pitt was good. They didn't get in. There's one year Wake Forest was good. Didn't get in. God, I feel like one of them was a Big 12 team. God, remember when Oklahoma State was 1 inch away from the playoffs? Like, they were literally an inch away from going to the playoffs. Wasn't Baylor. Wasn't Nebraska. Colorado never made it. Ole Miss never made it. Notre Dame made it multiple times. Oklahoma made it multiple times. Clemson made it multiple times. All right, I think I'm wrong. Wait, am I wrong? Did Harbauer get there? Why do I feel like Harbauer lost? Because he lost to TCU, who played in the Natty, so it's not Michigan. All right, not Michigan. I know Michigan's out. Fuck, Michigan. No, I'm thinking about Michigan State, but that because of TR. But that was a bowl game when they covered. It wasn't a playoff game because they had the pick six late in the game to cover the spread. Never forget that moment. That was cool. Ohio State had to have made too. Clemson. God, wasn't there a weird ass team who made it COVID year?
That might have been Cincinnati.
There's one team I think who made it COVID year. Washington. Yeah.
Dude, the Raiders line went down.
Shit. Oh. No, I don't think Florida ever made it. I don't think Tennessee made it either. Did Tennessee? No, they were the first two out. Washington made it twice. Damn, that's kind of crazy. I forgot Washington made it twice. Decent program. Notre Dame had to have made it more than once. I'd be pissed if it's Notre Dame, but I don't think it is. I got a conference from one team.
Big Ten.
Well, all right, so there's a Big Ten team in there. Oregon.
Bang.
They won the Pac-12 one year. Two more. They're all Power 4 teams. You got to go through the list. Damn, why do I want to say Utah? USC. They never made it?
They lost the Pac-12 ship against Utah with Caleb Williams. There's one Big Ten and one SEC team remaining.
All right, so there's an SEC team. Yes. Georgia, Florida, LSU, Alabama. God, Dak Prescott. How fucking old is Dak Prescott? We're going to sit on that. I think that could be it. It also might be Tennessee, but I don't think it is. Arkansas, nowhere. Huh, that's an interesting one. Texas, but I don't believe so. I don't believe it's Texas. I'm going to go Mississippi State with Dak, but he might have been too old. Texas A&M? This is a tough look at this point. Oh, Florida. I feel like I said him. Was it? What? Was it Texas?
Texas.
Look 'em horns, baby.
You got one more in the Big Ten.
UCLA, no. USC, no. Ohio State. Penn State. Damn, no wonder why they fired James Franklin. Iowa? No. Washington? Wisconsin? Damn, why do I feel like Wisconsin was there? Northwestern was hella close. They played in a Big 12 championship. No, I guess Big 10, obviously. All right, I'm going to go Michigan State.
Bang.
Okay.
Michigan State. Final question. Notre Dame plays Navy this week. How long is Notre Dame's current win streak against Navy?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to go 15 years.
Lower.
Was I even in the right ballpark?
Lower.
5? No, 8. I'll be honest. I ain't getting this one. I could just guess every number after 15. I would have no clue.
I just wanted to show that it's not that long. Navy beat them back-to-back years in 09 and 10.
Really?
7 years. Or not 7 years, but 7-game win streak right now.
Dang. Well, hopefully that breaks this week. Go Navy. Go Navy. Shout out America. We'll do the Baldwin clap. Go Broncos.